Hello, greetings. So I listened to my last video that I've already uploaded on YouTube, two channels of mine, Zahra Jawad and Zahra Jawad Truth Seeker. And so I have to start talking about this, sharing with you what was coming to my mind. And I haven't gone deeply into this, like why this jealousy and all this. The verse from Surah Fat, the Bedouins blamed Rasulullah and his followers that they were jealous of them. All this, right? I hope I'm right in saying this. I have to check the verse. So I'm going to talk about envy, jealousy. But before going on with this, from my last video, it's fresh, so I just want to keep that there here, so I can maybe come back to what I didn't say there properly or correct myself if it comes here. It's fresh. It's for 1 hour or so. I don't know. I've just finished listening to it. And so, if you would, why would we do this? To put ourselves in the other person's shoes, the other side. It's because that's what we were told in the Quran too. We're not following Rasulullah blindly, we were told. I know about the Shia Islam that we were told that we can do our research into Islam. But I was not told in Karachi, later on I found out that if you leave this Islam, then even as a Shia, there's a punishment, death penalty, Jafri said. So what the dissenting or the minority ulama say is now no more can be used on me to save me, that if you don't have treacherously something against Islam, so if you just want to leave it and want to live your life, that's okay, you can do that. But don't publicize anything or don't work against harming this religion. So otherwise it's death penalty. So I was doing my research and I found out years back. I was doing it in Karachi online and bought books in Karachi, these religious books. So I now have reached here. I felt a long time ago that now something was wrong, before even doing the research, that if God had another way, because this didn't make sense and I didn't have words to put it, even right now, reading and a little better in my communication from the past videos, I still can't communicate. So how to put this, if you would again just just look at this through the other side, put yourself in the other side, not for justice's sake, we were told Hazrat Dawood had to do and repented when he realized his mistake in the Quran ayats. So I can't remember what the ayats are. Okay, now the thing is that what is important, please check the ayats. You can Google search now. Everything is on our fingertips, ready, given online. So this much is you can easy search for this ayats. So envy, jealousy, Surah Fat ayat. I've been this lady in London told me that some witch sorcerer was after us and wanting to destroy our whole house. So I asked her for the reason, and she said that it's out of jealousy for your parents. your mother and father. So I said, what is, okay, so she can kill us, but she doesn't want to. She wants to keep us in misery. And then she also told me that, oh, you live in that part of the world, Middle East. And you know, like Pakistan is East. So she said there's a lot of jealousy there. Not only there's, so I said the witch, she said, yeah, there is a witch, but a lot of evil eye and jealousy in that part of the world. Middle East and East, like Pakistan and all. So I didn't get an answer, like why? Why would, and then, you know, we Muslims say that we are being tested. Even if one Muslim is bad, turns out, and harms another Muslim, so we say it is our test. The other one says, the other one that's being harmed says that it's a test for us. But that's not how it's supposed to be. In the Quran we are told believers are guardians one of another. How much test? And then, you know, the Jews we heard, and we've seen that there very little, I've never heard of any jealousy there. Michael Bolton, they're such talented Jews, you know, in the finance arena, other places and all this. So this time I just, now it's my contemplations and reflections, and also when I have to give you an ayat, to remember this ayat and analyze it on your own, sit down, contemplate, keep, marinating on it. Like Muji Baba uses the word marinate. So where is that? Just looking for my tab here. This ayat there in Surah Fat. I'll just pause. Hello, yes, back again. I took a pause, checked, read the Fat ayat where it says, the Bedouins would say, you are jealous and all this. But what's important is contemplating, my contemplations, and the points I may have missed is that, remember, our Imams have still held on to the Imamat, their cause, Allah's cause, and they have said that Allah has chosen them, they are the chosen ones. And through all this, like from the Shia point of view, you can see the belief that, you know, they were tested and tried and martyred and atrocities, oppressed, atrocities, such great atrocities committed against them. Still they endured and they withstood all that patiently. But the point here is that they kept saying, we are the right Imams. We are the true ones from Allah, chosen by Allah. So what do you call this? Perseverance and Allah's promise. So from the Shia is true, and they persevered. Let me find the right words as I talk. Maybe I'll get it right in the end, or maybe not, or find the words to say this. So you can look at the Shia point of view, how they suffered, but how they stood by what Allah, you know, wants in Allah's cause. We are the right Imams. We are the true, sorry, why do I keep saying right? We are the true Imams. Mamun Rashid, Imam Ali Raza. Why did Mamun Rashid call Imam Ali Raza in there, Persia? You know, the Persian Empire, and so this I've said, but I didn't say, like, looking at the Shia point of view, Imams have persevered, the cause of Allah. So we would take it as, this is the true cause of Allah. Imam's shrine is there, and they persevered as we are told. Even, like, who would? Pain, you know, in pain, in tests, trials and tests. What patience they had, height. Imam Sajjad bore the height of patience after Karbala, after all his family members, friends of his father being martyred, butchered, slaughtered, then taken on the spears, their heads, and then captives, taken from Karbala to Kufa to Sham, persevere. I mean, this is like too much, right? So here, Shias would stop. And if you're a Shia, you would not come to listen further away from this. I mean, where I am taking you now, against Muhammad's injustice, like from the other side seeing. When I see through, I put myself in Mamun Abbasi's shoes, because surprisingly I stumbled upon this ayat yesterday, right? Like I keep mentioning from there now in my past video, that far off lands you will be taking. Allah has promised the Muslims, Mu'mineen, with Rasulullah. So please read through my silence. And why do you have to? I gave you the Quran ayat, Hazrat Dawood. I mean, I didn't read it, but I just followed that Quran ayat to tell you that you have to listen. Even Hazrat Dawood was corrected and repented. He realized his mistake by listening to one brother only and not the other side, not the other brother's side. So this could be in other religions too, in other cultures too, to listen to the other side. Judge what does even these heathens in the Bible, for example, Jesus Christ has called these judges, court system, heathens, disbelievers. Even they listen to these heathens, listen to the other side, the judges, disbelievers. They have made their own laws and all this through the customs and all common law, through the customs. So you have to. And if you tell me that you're not seeing the other side by putting yourself in their shoes, then I would say that you are prejudiced, right? You're indoctrinated. You can't see. You just are giving me from one side, Rasulullah's side. And remember the punishments, and severe punishment. Like if you make a movie of this, God knows what hell they would. You'll be screaming. It'll be such a more horrifying than Omen and their horror movies. Now I don't know which ones have come out. This is even worse than Armageddon. The end of time is what? This is afterlife punishments. Garments fire, this, that. So no, I'm not that articulate. So my silence, please listen to my. You have to. So I have to be articulate because I'm on line now, trying to show you. So I'm struggling with it. I'll do my best, again and again. Maybe one day I'll get it right? So, or properly saying it. So you can see. Now this time I've said this much. Let's see the other time what happens. But for now, we are here on jealousy. And the reasons I gave you, that you have to look at the other side. You have to, but you ought to look at the other side. I hope that's enough for you to look at the other side too and put yourself in the other side's shoes. You see? Okay, so shall I go away from this jealousy part? You see, Jews and all, They're not jealous of each other. And I was told there's a lot of jealousy in the Middle East, in your part of the world. Why? And we say Muslims. So I'll be repeating myself, but I just want you to, maybe you've missed this point. Again and again I'm going to tell you. The Jews are very, very talented. Even I heard the same thing from Dr. Pillai Babaji. And they don't go after each other, pulling themselves down. Like in this 50-50 drama, we were told, this East, India, Indo-Pak, Pakistan, and this part of the world where there was this foreign exhibition for crabs, right? Selling of crabs or something. And all these crabs were in a bucket. Huh? And the lids were on them from, Western countries and European countries and other countries, but Far Eastern countries even maybe. But only India and Pakistan's buckets were open. They didn't have a lid. Why did they not have a lid? Because the crabs, these Indian and Pakistani crabs, would be pulling each other down. So none of them would reach the top to come out of the bucket. So there were no lids in those two buckets, India's and Pakistan's. I often wondered why. Not because, and also because when I speak about the Jews, it's not because their Yahweh, their God is true, or their religion is true, or this. Maybe their God, why there's one God, there's a divine power, supreme power. I felt it, so I cannot deny it. And there's something that knows what will happen. Like I've had coincidences telling me and correcting me in my life experiences. So I can't deny this God. I'm not trying to target the Jews or favor them. But the religion, I don't believe in the Jewish religion either. But what I'm trying to say is that here were some people who were living in peace, prosperous. What we are told from, like we can seep out through the Quran ayats now. If you just, without any prejudice, any fear, just read these Quran ayats. And then it's a different, why is it a different ball game now? Because if this is the truth, then in any way, any angle, like we are told, one ayat opens up to 70, it has depths, it has heights, it has lengths, it has what meanings. Your mind will open to such, heights. And then there's shaitan, you will say. So Zahra, you haven't said, I did say, I have said, first shaitan, Auzu Billah, I seek refuge in Allah from shaitan, the rejected, the accursed. Before reading Quran surahs, starting. So, shaitan is always there. Okay? And what can we go to a truth that from all angle when you look at it, keeping shaitan bay now, right? Away from us. Now you look at these ayats. Still there's something wrong with these ayats. So I was on the jealousy verse here, wanting to discuss about jealousy in this video, that maybe Muhammad was jealous. The Bani Hashim were jealous of the Bani Umayyah. And I have my reasons, which I may share with you or may not here now, and not cover all the points. But this truth which is, can it be hurt? If you just leave your mind, can it be hurt in any way? But you would say that we need a guide to show us because we have lost it. We need someone like Muji Baba is showing us, inviting us to see if we are willing. Okay, so I just want to now give you the verse number. Evil upon them, cursed, prepared for them hell. Evil it is. Oh my goodness. Now read this. 6. This is not about the jealousy verse, but Surah Fat verse 6. Also so that this is Dr. Mustafa Khattab, Sahih International, and that he may punish the hypocrite men and the hypocrite women, and the polytheist men and the polytheist women. Those who assume about Allah an assumption of evil nature. Upon them, I'm going fast, I'm not doing justice, but just to show you about the punishments here, not why now they would assume evil thoughts about Allah. Upon them is a misfortune of evil nature, and Allah has become angry with them and has cursed them and prepared for them hell. And evil it is as a destination. And there's another ayat, may they rot in hell, like may they, now there's the Muslim or someone is praying, okay, so many times, he is the one who sent down serenity, he may admit believing, okay, so again, also he may punish, and Allah alone belong the forces of heavens and the earth, Allah is Allah. Indeed, I sent you as a witness, so you believers may have faith in Allah. Maybe I missed it, it was in the beginning. You know, may they go, may evil befall them. There's a verse here. I can't find it right now because I'm not looking properly at it. For it. Sorry. I'm not looking properly for it. So let's go to the nomadic Arabs who stayed behind. They stand intends harm or benefit for you. In fact, Allah is all aware. The truth is, you thought that the messenger and the believers would never return to their families again, and that was made appealing in your hearts. You harbored evil thoughts about Allah, and so became a doomed people. So Allah had promised them, and so they will go back to their families. So that's equated with Allah's promise, right? 13. And whoever does not believe in Allah and His Messenger, whoever does not, here it says believe in Allah and His Messenger, and then you have to obey Allah and His Messenger. Then we surely have prepared for the disbelievers a blazing fire. To Allah alone belongs the King. I don't know how to convince you of this. I mean, to show you the truth that has been hidden in treachery, deception, lies, and very cleverly covered. Not only that, we are being frightened. We have been frightened 1400 years. There were killings, captivity, so much. Slaughters en masse. So, I don't know how I can show you here. Even if I show you, will you see it? Wouldn't one verse be enough? There are discrepancies. I haven't even mentioned the Quran errors and all this. You can see the embryology thing, error, the gushing of, how the child is in the womb, how the skin is made, and before this, the steps of the child being in the womb is described in the Quran ayat. The stages of his growth in the womb of a mother. I haven't even said anything about that because I don't know much. But there are others who have on YouTube. I've listened to them. And there are discrepancies in the Quran ayats, which maybe you don't see because what Imam Ali has said, that contradictory ayats, put them together and they'll make sense. What are seemingly contradictory ayats, to be fair with the Imam Ali's quote in the Quran ayats. Those who stayed behind will say, when you believers set out to take the spoils of war, let us accompany you. They wish to change Allah's promise. Say, O Prophet, you will not accompany us. This is what Allah has said before. They will then say, in fact, you are driven by jealousy against us. The truth is, they can hardly comprehend. So here, jealousy, you see, they've been blamed, or they are blamed. Yeah, it's, that they don't comprehend, and so they are, accusing the Prophet and the Muslims that they're jealous of them. So false accusations of jealousy. Now, how do I show you? How would this? Because the Quran ayats, I know how the Muslims take it and how they've been deceived and treacherously. Deceptive, what deception? How they've been, how we, with all the fear and also, because it's coming from only one side, Allah and His Messenger. So what do I say to you? And myself. So we burn all our bridges just with one ayat, showing you, like just taking the overall thing and telling you that, look, this is not right. Can I do this? Is it possible? Just with one ayat I can show you 1400 years of deception, lies against Allah, and this is a false prophet. Okay, so jealousy. So you see, if you take this person knew about jealousy, of course, everything deeply, and who knows well. So, they say when someone blames you too much overly and scares you overly, even though if it is coming, they say it's coming from Allah, how can we catch him? What's the one? Is there a one thing that we can catch him on? And that will bring down all the foundation of his false religion and everything, if I can put it this way. But for you, it's 1400. Even if I've stumbled upon that one thing that can destroy a false religion and show you it's a falsehood, what falsehood is vanquished, right? Falsehood is falsehood. It can never be the truth. But to make some falsehood truth, how can I show you? Can I show you by quoting Jiddu Krishnamurti? But it won't be enough for you. There are so many discrepancies now you can see in the Quran. And also in the Quran ayats, but also like what this person has done. May ill fate befall them. Here it is. Quran ayat, sorry. This number I have to give you, the ayat number 6 of Surah Fat. I just stumbled. I was just going up and down with the tab with my thumb on this ayat, Surah Fat. Also so that he may punish hypocrite men and women and polytheistic men and women. Didn't I read this before? Who harbor evil thoughts of Allah, may ill fate befall them. Allah is displeased with them. He has condemned them and prepared for them hell. What an evil destination. Okay, my thoughts were racing and distracting me. Oh, this is Dr. Mustafa Khattab translation. So, did I read the Sahih International before translation? I was here, but I didn't see it. How many times is he going to say punishing the, or I didn't see Dr. Mustafa Khattab's translation, and I just read the Sahih International. Maybe. So, do you see what I'm? Can you have an insight, a sudden light coming to you? How shall I bring it to your heart? How shall I reach your souls, your very souls? Surah Nisa ayat, and that he may punish the hypocrite men and hypocrite women and apostates. Upon them is a misfortune of evil nature. No, this is ayat 6. Was yes. Indeed, we have granted you clear. This is only once mentioned here. Okay, tranquility. So we may admit, yes. Ayat 6. And then we come to ayat 7. 4 says, O Prophet, we are believers have faith in Allah and His Messenger, and honor Him and glorify Allah. Okay, this one. 10. Now 10. Surely those who pledge allegiance to you. Yeah, this one I read. How many times? I think not in this ayat. Nomadic Arabs are 12. Also could prevent Allah at all if He intended you harm or intended you benefit. The truth is, you thought that the messenger and the believers would never return to their families again, and you harbored evil thoughts about Allah. Just reading it like that. 13. Surah Fat. And whoever does not believe in Allah and His messenger, then we surely have prepared for the disbelievers a blazing fire. Has it come again? To Allah alone belongs the kingdom of the heavens, forgiveness whoever He wills, punish. Just skipping this. 15. Just seeing what from an ayat, if I can get another point here, set out to take spoils of war. So I've mentioned this in my previous video about the Surah Fat. You can have a look at it, you listen to it. You can't have a look at the ayats in that video. You will be called to face a people of great Look at this. Say to those who remain behind of the Bedouins. We call him the Quran calls him, I don't call him. The Quran calls him the merciful prophet for all worlds sent down. He's not letting them go, is he? So even this prayer that, you know what? Now God, say to those who remain behind of the Bedouins, who have asked for forgiveness but they have disease in their hearts and you thought evil thoughts about. Now can you see what a prophet he is? Look at this side. I'm not saying, okay, maybe the wrong word. You say no, but there are other ayats that are gorgeous with the. Okay. Let's suppose they even deserve this punishment. Right? Deserved it. And what is mercy? That's why maybe we are so. Anyways, no. The thing is that why are we. Maybe say to those who remain behind. I'll just read this and then I have to take up something. So say to those who remain behind of the Bedouins. Do you have the heart to read this? You will be called to face a people of great military might. Lanat and shall may this happen to you. You will be called to face. Okay, I'll go step by step. Face a people of great military might. You may fight them or they will submit. So if they deserved it, they got it. They got it in this life. Right? You might fight them or they will submit. So if you obey Allah, Allah will give you a good reward. But if you turn away, as you turned away before, He will punish you with a painful punishment. Not only this, look at the beginning. Say to those who remained behind of the Bedouins. They're even saying, sorry, forgive us, okay? No. You will be called to face a people of great military might. So if we're saying they deserved it, they are saying thereafter Prophet Muhammad, okay, we didn't get him, but we're going to get, because you see, it's not like they were sitting there and saying, no, it is not my father, okay, we just want peace with you people. No. The Ahl al-Bayt were saying that, excuse me, we have to say that this is the haqq of Allah, that the haqq of Allah should be with us. We cannot give you bayt. You have made yourself leaders and rulers. There's an image, your lady has put her hand on her mouth. I hope you are not shocked. I don't want to shock anyone. Okay, now I've put that tab off for a while. The Quran ayat, Surah Fat, discussion. So now look at this, examining. They deserved it. Okay, they deserved it, but now what's happened is that not only Allah will punish you in the hereafter, in this world and the hereafter, but there will be a military force against you. Until Hassan al-Askari, what does al-Askari mean, Military force, military, soldiers. The Imams did not stop. They were like, if they were silent, then it means that the Umayyad caliphs are right. They can be rulers. They had to say, no, you are not the rulers. We cannot give allegiance to you. Surah Fatah. If you give allegiance to him, Rasulullah, his hand, on his hand, is Allah's hand. This means you have given allegiance to Allah. So no Umayyad can take the caliphate. It is unjust. So, do you think the Imam said, no, they remained quiet and they just wanted peace? No, they wanted to spread Islam and the truth about God and who the bearers of this religion were. So they could not have remained quiet. So I hope you get my silence. Just a minute. Hello, yeah, and another contemplation, just wondering as I paused afterwards, that Rasulullah, the revolution that came, he could have very peacefully, because you see, Imam Hussain said in Karbala, what were we told? Or he said, or we were told about that when all avenues of peace are closed on you, not that you have said that, no, I don't believe in you and your grandfather. Like, let's say I'm someone who has been with his grandfather in his time, and now I'm in Karbala. And I say, and would I have the thing to say, the right even, to say that, no, I don't believe, I just want to do my I want to be a Jew in Madina, live peacefully. Why should I protect you, assist you? Now slowly, do you see how I'm being forced? And then if I don't assist this messenger and I say, no, I want to live with my family in peace, just do my own thing, my Jewish religion. No, that right was not given to them. The opening, do you see that? Opening is there. Thank God I put the point forth. You see, we were told that in Karbala, because all the other side, enemies of Allah, enemies of Rasulullah, enemies of Islam, closed all sides, all arenas to peace. And Imam Hussain himself said, what? I've not stood up to revolt or rebel. Could his grandfather have done this? Signs in the Quran are given, but you'll have to seep through, really look at it. Tell me if now this great point has come, thank God. Tell me if these, can you at the time of Rasulullah say that, no, I don't believe in you? You will be a dhimmi. And when they give grudgingly. So the Jews are saying, why should we give to you and stay under you? Right? When this was our land, we have come here, the Makkans allowed us to come here when we were being, attacked by the Roman Empire. But you're saying you are Allah's messenger, Allah's, chosen by Allah. You have the proof. Forget that proof also. Here, just look at this. No, we don't believe that this is not sufficient for us. He's saying, no, I've shown you complete proof. He did the same with the Christians of Najran. They had the priesthoods, the ones who had priests, right? They had a discussion. The Christians said, no, we want to stay in our religion. What were they asked to do? First of all, a curse was on the liars. So, and then jizya came out, jizya. So in a very good way, we're told that, because the Christians now under Muslim countries, rules, Prophet Muhammad, like he has the army. So yes, so now you Christians, you can keep your religion, eat, drink, enjoy whatever, or do your worship, sincerely be Christians, practice your religion, but what? Pay jizya tax. These are the Christians of Najran. So where is Najran? Prophet Muhammad goes to Madina, and why doesn't he tell the Jews, okay, like he told the Christians, now you pay the jizya? Because maybe the Jews resisted from paying jizya and being dhimmis. And that's why you can find clues here. So this I could not say in detail. The points that I now can say in detail, discuss. You see, they grudgingly give, and they say, now the blame is put on them, that if you find spoils of war when you win, then share with us. And many spoils of war they gained, for this is an Allah has promised you believers abundant spoils. And also the jizya that you wanted the Jews to give you of Madina. Something went wrong here, and I'm trying to show you. Do you see this? You see, indeed those who pledge allegiance to you pledge allegiance to Allah, and they withhold. Who are these people who withhold when they are asked to pay to Allah or for Allah's sake? And truth is thought. I just stumbled now. I don't have words. You see, the Jews, again, I'll be, in other words, to Allah alone belongs the kingdom. These Baduans, they stayed behind and say, when you believers set out to take the spoils of war, let us accompany you. Okay, let us accompany you. They wish to change Allah's promise. Say, O Prophet. So you see, now we're looking at it through the prophets. They wish to change Allah's promise. And the way they have been put completely evil people who distorted their own Torah, their own books, holy scriptures. That is also mentioned in the Quran. Corrupted. Say, O Prophet, you will not accompany us. This is what Allah has said before. They will then say, in fact, you are driven by jealousy against us. The truth is, they can hardly comprehend. Now, this ayat, when they give, they grudgingly give. Another ayat, but in this ayat I want to see where is it. Those who remain behind of the Baduans will say to you, our properties and our families occupied us. So ask forgiveness for us. They say with their tongues what is not within their hearts. Say then, who could prevent Allah at all if He intended for you harm or intended for you benefit? Rather, ever is Allah what you do aware. So remain behind and said, ask forgiveness for us. What's the point I just said before, that the messenger of Allah and the Jews, right? What is that point I said before? It's flown over. It wasn't. So starting from Karbala again, when all avenues of peace, were they allowed to, like even if they were hypocrites, that's it. They didn't want to go and protect. Why should they? And they said, okay, ask forgiveness for us. Maybe if if he's saying he's a true prophet, and we don't believe in it. So, okay, Rasulullah is saying, I know them. They are just pretending because they know that I'm not a true prophet. And maybe what he's telling himself silently, that I know I'm not a true prophet. And so they know the truth. So let's put them in the bad side. Do you get it? Because if we take Imam Hussein's Karbala, then it should tally with what these verses are saying. Let you be at peace, be happy where you are. Just give the bad thing to us, whichever Muslim wants to come to us. There's no compulsion in religion. Truth stands out clear from error. Ayatul Kursi, ayat, from Surah Baqarah. So then we say, Surah Kafirun, to you your religion, to me my religion. I will not follow what you follow. You will not follow what I follow. Okay, that's it. Just remain. But what we are told here is these Jews said, okay, you are the true prophet, ask forgiveness for us, but we will not go there to Makkah to defend you. you're going to conquest it now, and maybe the Makkans will attack them. What are we told here? That these Jews were hypocrites. But could it be that they were under duress? And so they had to hypocritically, diplomatically. Sometimes you have to use diplomacy because there's no way out there is one way out that the Christians got of Najran, and that is to pay the jizya. Slight point I could be missing here, and then we'll see if we can do justice. Whether these Bedouins were truly hypocrites or whether the false blame was put on them by this very clever thing. Like we Christians of Najran, Mubaila, Eid Mubaila, okay? Maybe the Jews didn't want to be dhimmis, but they had to. They were forced. Even though they could not bring themselves, maybe truly, genuinely, they didn't want to believe. It's not that they didn't want to believe in Prophet Muhammad as the messenger of God, but that he didn't come up to the standards that they saw. Like Jesus Christ didn't come up to that standard. And the Makkans had allowed them to stay in Madina and practice there and cultivate land and beautiful and live peacefully in their own way, like diversions. So with due respect to Rasulullah, even though I see him as a very clever, anyways, I'm not going to either Mubaila. So, and both sides we're going to see, and then how do we see this? We've got one side saying that these Jews are hypocrites. So we have to really, because now I cannot trust in Rasulullah, either Mubaila. Were the Christians curse, invocation? Wikipedia, thank you. Event of Mubahala. According to Islamic sources, the event of Mubahala was a meeting between the Islamic prophet Muhammad and a Christian delegation from Najran, present-day Saudi Arabia. Okay, it's in Saudi Arabia. These are the Christians of Saudi Arabia, Najran, near to Makkah, right? In the month of Dhul Hijjah, 10 AH, okay, October, where Muhammad called for invoking a curse to reveal who was lying about their religious differences. The initial effort was to invite the Najrani Christians to Islam. So what I wanted was Saudi Arabia. Where is Najran? Najran is Saudi, divinity of Jesus. Christians refused to accept Muhammad's teachings about Christ. These Najran Christians in Saudi Arabia. So they must be near Makkah. And refused, denying their beliefs. Muhammad suggested invoking a mubahala, prayer curse, regarding the refusal, and included his Ahl Bayt in the call to invoke a curse. The Christians returned to the place they were staying. The leader Al-Sayyid Al-Aqib advised them, saying, if he challenges us with his people, we accept the challenge, for he is not a prophet. But if he challenges us with his family in particular, we don't challenge him, for he is not going to put forward his family unless he is truthful. Okay. This is coming from the Muslim sources. The morning of 24th Dhul Hijjah, I don't have to go through this, but yeah, little bit you have to know about. Okay, I'll just mention. Muhammad emerged at the appointed time. He brought only selected members of his family, carrying Hussein in his arm, with Hassan holding his hand, followed by Fatima and Ali. Tradition states the Christians were surprised when they saw Muhammad's family, Ali, Fatima, Hassan, and Hussein, accompanying Muhammad. Christians were surprised, and according to the traditions, decided not to invoke a curse on Muhammad and others. They instead asked for peace by offering Muhammad tribute in return for protection. In return for protection. Tribute. Offering tribute. This tribute could be in monetary form. You see, here he also fails with the Christians. I mean, they had to give him some money all the time, I guess, for protection, tribute. Incarnation, background, Roman Church, Hijaz. Muhammad is reported to have sent a letter to Abdul Harith ibn Alqama Bata, Grand Bishop of Najran, the official representative. That was a Noha I just recited. Alqama Bata, Grand Bishop of Najran, Roman Church in Hijaz. Okay, religion, theology. And then what was the end of this? Household, modern, Ida Mobila. I think curse upon the liars who are lying, because Muhammad is very particular that his Allah is the truthful and these others have distorted their books and all this. Ali is Muhammad's soul. What was this? Imam Ali ibn Musa, a Shia Imam, cites these three observations to conclude. You can read about Mubahala. I just want to get at what they are about. They had to attribute, give him, what is a tribute? Let me see. It's also a praise, an act, statement, or gift that is intended to show gratitude, respect, or admiration. Payment made periodically by one state or ruler to another, especially as a sign. Okay, I'm melting down. Okay, so you see, the Jews, I now can see through now that verse, that they were not hypocrites, but they were afraid. They may have denied, saying that you came to our land, we gave you protection from Makkah, you came here to Madina, and now you want us to be dhimmis. You see, it doesn't stop for Muhammad. It didn't stop. And thereafter his family members also didn't stop. Okay? So thank you. I will be continuing later. I've just lost my energy.